This company generated 60 crores in revenue last year just by selling refurbished laptops and desktops. Founded just 4 years ago in 2020, NewJaisa has quickly become a leader in the refurbishment marketplace. In 2023, they made headlines by going public and getting listed on the stock exchange. With the market size for refurbished laptops in India projected to reach $2 billion by 2028, it's time to understand the refurbishment industry and the incredible growth story of NewJaisa. We have with us Mr. Vishesh Handa, the founder and CEO of NewJaisa, a graduate of IIT Bombay and went on to pursue his MBA in IIM Calcutta. After garnering 23 years of experience in the tech field, he went on to make his dream of NewJaisa a reality. Now, let's learn more about what NewJaisa does for him.
In simple terms, what we really do, we take old used assets from the corporates, we run an end-to-end refurbishment at our state-of-art facilities in Bangalore to make as good as new assets, which are then sold to the retail customers. Right? In terms of market size, in India, there is only 13% of the households who have access to personal computers. We are talking about 16 crore households in India who do not have access to personal computers. If you compare this benchmark with the world, in general, 60% average households have these assets, right? So we are talking about a huge market opportunity here. On the other hand, there are 50 to 60 lakh corporates use assets that are discarded every single year, leading to more than 50,000 tons of e-waste generation. So the role that we look ourselves playing is to bridge that divide. On one hand, reduce the e-waste generation in India, and on the other hand, trying to bring these 16 crores households online. So we started in August 2020. We were pretty much a COVID baby. COVID was already started in India. We started with just a 1 BHK flat with 2000 SFTO space, 5 of us. And today we have more than 70,000 SFTO space, more than 500 people working with us. We started with one product line, that was our AIO desktop. Today we offer more than 50 different product lines. In first year or month of sale, in the full month, we did a 1 lakh of sale. We are very happy and proud that as of today, we had days when in single day we have done more than 1 CR of sale.
So now, let's get some insights about operations here from Mr. R. Mukunda.
Hi, this is R. Mukunda. I've been in this industry for last 30 years. I will take you through the NewJaisa process of refurbishing. Step 1 of our process is incoming and quality inspection.
Okay.
So we receive the materials from recyclers and corporates, and the product goes through the assurance of quality test for 70 different parameters. Step 2 is damage assessment. So the laptop, we assign a unique serial number and issue to the assessment checking. And there we also do the dust free. We remove the dust for all the old laptops. We ensure that there is no dust in the laptop. And the team assess whether there is any RAM, software issues or hardware issues, then damages.
Okay.
And they decide whether it is repairable or not repairable. Step 3 is repair and refurbishment.
Okay.
So we have a skilled technicians who knows how to fix the defective items. So they replace the part, whatever is not repairable. What is repairable, they repair it and make it ready. We also do scratch removal. We have skills to remove the scratch and dents and ensure that the product is fully functionally ready. So the repair and refurbishing is a step 3, what we do for the product. And step 4 is quality assessment. So once the laptop is ready, it's fully assembled. A software is run automatically to assure that the product is functionally fully tested, and this all data is uploaded into the system. So it's automatically checking for quality, functionality of all the products. That's our quality test.
Understood.
So the final process, what we do is packing and sales. The product is now ready in a final touch-up of a cleaning, and then put it into the box and pack and ready for sales. So this is our uniqueness in the product. We give scratchless, we give dentless. We also ensure that there is a 2 hours of backup for the product, and with 1 year peace of mind of warranty to customers. We have a customer support team which will support the customer through a toll-free number. They call the customer, any of our team wants any support, they call our team, they get the service what they wanted.
We checked the whole process and the end product made by NewJaisa. Our misconception about refurbished laptops just got burst. We genuinely couldn't find a difference except that these laptops were more affordable. Today, NewJaisa has the capacity to refurbish 350 units every day. So now, let's understand the sales and marketing strategy that helped NewJaisa skyrocket the business and scale. We have Mr. Sharad Somani to share his valuable insights.
Hi, I run sales and marketing at NewJaisa. So when it comes to sourcing, we essentially source our machines from corporates. So the machines which we have are essentially business series machines. So we buy from them, then we bring it to them, bring them to our facility, refurbish them, and then sell it to our customers, right? So this is essentially business series machines which we are offering to consumers, which otherwise it's not possible for them to get it. So from our customer segmentation perspective, it's equally split between young professionals, students, and then small and medium enterprises. So of late, we have started offering our products to educational institutions and SMEs as well, though it's a small part of our, I would say, the overall customer base, but it is growing very fast at this point of time. We majorly have been selling through marketplaces. Marketplaces is where almost like 55 to 60% of our revenues come from. We started selling our products on our website a month back, but that channel has really picked up. Now website compromises of almost like 25 to 30% of our overall sales. Then the remaining 5 to 10% is what we offer to colleges and to small and medium enterprises directly, right? So that's the mix that we have right now in terms of our selling channels. So from the product mix perspective, we essentially sell, there are three main categories: laptop, desktops, and all-in-one sets, right? So the laptop essentially compromises approximately 40% of our overall sales. Desktop compromises of another 40%, and then the remaining 20% is AIOs, all-in-one sets, wherein we sell a CPU plus monitor plus keyboard plus mouse, a combination of those products. So from unit cost of economies perspective, right, 60% is our cost of goods sold. So that is the cost at which we buy laptops and desktops. Then other 10% is our marketing and sales expense. 15 to 16% is our employee cost, which leaves us with around like 14 to 15% of gross margin. And then like if we leave apart the taxation and other perspectives, the net margin is in the range of 9 to 10%.
So if we see the growth story, the company started in 2020, and by the end of the financial year, that is March 2021, they achieved revenue of Rs 9.5 crore with 5,600 unit sales. Employee size grew from 5 to 30. Also, in the first year itself, NewJaisa established itself as an Amazon preferred partner. In the next year, that is for the financial year 2022, the revenue increased to approximately 28 crores with 18,000 unit sales. Employee size grew from 30 to 100. In the financial year 2023, further growth with revenue around 45 crore and sales of about 36,500 units. Employees increased from 100 to approximately 250 employees. And by financial year 2024, revenue was approximately 62 crore and sales of over 54,000 units. It reached a team size of about 400 employees. The company grew significantly and completed an IPO in 2023. So why opt for an IPO and not private equity?
So why IPO? I would say there are two primary reasons. First and foremost, I think it was about building the credibility and visibility into the business. We are in a business which is customer, like we are a D2C brand. It's a customer-oriented business, and we are in an industry where there's a huge trust deficit. Think like we are selling used assets, and people, it's very important for people to have the trust to buy that, right? And we felt going the IPO route, making the company like public, will help us to build that credibility both in the customers' eyes and also in the investors. Second and equally important reason for us to choose the IPO route was my experience, or whatever I've heard about the private equity, was that, you know, like as a company, we always wanted to maintain top line and the bottom line growth, right? We wanted to build a sustainable business which in long term, its own profit is able to grow the business, right? One of the routes, unfortunately, what I've seen in India with the private equity kind of a funding is, it's like they don't focus much on the bottom line, and we didn't wanted a high growth, unsustainable high growth, right? So I think we were very clear that we want to have a profitable business model which is sustainable and can grow on its own. And we felt going an IPO route gave us a better chance to do that than going through a private equity route. In terms of changes before and after IPO, I think we were very clear why we want to do an IPO, get the fundraise done, right? Talking about the changes, we have grown in terms of our customer base almost 2.5x from where we were earlier. In terms of our facility, we have grown the facility again by almost 3x, right? So the whole idea has been that we were able to prove our model before IPO. The funding was done. It was a growth fund that we have taken to grow faster. We have been being traditionally a bootstrapped company, right? We were always very stringent in terms of our spend. Doing the IPO has helped us to now have the funds and the ammunition to really invest in the growth, and that has, fortunately for us, that is reflecting in our outcome, right? Additionally, we have been able to invest in the marketing. We have invested heavily in terms of building our technology, which we feel in the long term will help us to build a platform which will not only help us to cater to India market, but we do aspire in 3 to 4 years to be able to cater to international markets, right? So definitely, I think it has given us a big boost in terms of scaling the model which we have been able to build before this. So in terms of expansion, definitely we are also looking at our manufacturing facilities expansion. As you know, we started right now, we have already added another facility which is primarily focused just on the desktop. It's a 8,000 SFT of space, and we'll continue to invest on that once our platforms are ready.
So sir, what does the future hold for NewJaisa?
In terms of how the growth or the future aspects look for, I would rather break it into two parts. One is midterm and then the long term. Definitely in midterm, we are looking at diversification within India itself. The diversification will happen in terms of our sales of channels, right? We have been online first channel right from the day one. We have also started now diversifying into offline but direct to customer channels, right? Our key focus area will remain on the 3 segments where we see a lot of value. That includes students, SMEs as a segment, right? So that's the sales channel diversification that we are looking at. We are definitely looking at various product diversification that we can continue to do depending on the skills and the platform that we have built. What does that mean is, in terms of electronic, we are focused on personal computers right now. We'll definitely be diversifying in terms of products in for example, Apple and MacBook, and also looking at other product lines like tablet, mobile, so on and so forth, right? Whole idea from the long-term perspective is to build a platform which is technology-driven and is scalable, because that's the biggest challenge when it comes to this particular business, that it is very, very challenging to scale it. Once we have that in place, the idea is to create a center of excellence in India and be able to cater to the international market, because this opportunity is not only limited to India as such. The numbers that we shared with you, there is more than 16 crore households in India. If you extrapolate that opportunity, including Africa and other developing countries, we are talking about 3x the higher scale in terms of opportunity. And I think as the world progresses, right, sustainability continues to become a key, a driving force, right? So we do envisage we playing a key role in the overall global economy in that sense of reducing the e-waste on one end and trying to get much larger number of population online through this platform.
With the vision and expertise of the NewJaisa team and their impressive growth so far, the future looks even brighter.